Hey guys, it's Kathleen and I am back with a what sold video. It has been a hot minute since I've done one of these, and I am away with my family on vacation for Thanksgiving holiday in Kentucky, so hence the reason for the scenic background. Alright, I'm going to jump right into it. I have 25 items that have sold over the last couple of weeks, and the first thing that I wanted to talk about is this Kennedy of Adara. I think that's how you pronounce it. It is a vintage Irish wool sweater. It is in a size, Lily, it is in a size extra, extra large. Karen grabbed this at Goodwill for $5.99 and this sold for an offer of $35. So this has been listed for a hot minute. I definitely listed it last winter, so it's kind of hung around, but it eventually did sell. I do love picking up the vintage Irish sweaters. They always get a ton of interest from people and usually seem to move out. In fact, case in point, this is my last one. So they're all gone. I don't know if you remember this from an estate sale, but I picked up this vintage Ralph Lauren robe, which if you've been watching any of my videos, you know how much I love picking up vintage Ralph Lauren. This robe was only $1, but it was missing its belt, but I figured it was worth a shot. It had the polo pony on it and all the things that everybody loves about Ralph Lauren, and so I listed it, and it's only been listed for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months, and it sold for $25, and again, I only paid $1 for it. Okay, I picked up at an estate sale in the springtime these Port Marion Birds of Britain canisters, and so I had 4 of them all together, but only 3 of them had lids, and the one that didn't come with a lid also had a chip on the inside, and so for that reason I broke them up into 2 separate lots. So I paid a total of $10 for all 4 of them. And this first one is the one that had the chip on the inside without a lid, and it sold for $16. And then the other set of 3 that all had their lids and had no chips whatsoever, I took an offer on those for $85, and that sold overseas, so I did global shipping program. I'm a little bit cautious with the global shipping program. Karen and I have had some experiences where things have not worked out so well, and people have wanted to return items, and everything is really good with the global shipping program until there's a return, because then it is expensive as can be to pay for a return. So I don't fool with it a lot, but this buyer reached out to me and asked if I would send it to British Columbia, and I figured I might as well give it a shot. So I also accepted an offer of $85 to kind of offset the shipping. I want to say I had them listed for about $105. You may remember me picking these up at a recent churchyard sale. These are the Acacia wooden plates. They are a set of 4 like dessert plates or salad plates. They're only 8 inches in diameter, so they are not like dinner plates. However, they were brand new in the box, and they sold for $42, and I paid $5 for them at the yard sale. I love to pick up Mr. Christmas. It always moves for me, and this Mr. Christmas animated advent calendar is especially special to us because it was free. Karen went to pick up some of the hanging tart warmers, Yankee Candle hanging tart warmers, from somebody that was selling them on Facebook Marketplace, and she had this there, and she just told her to take it for free. So okay, Mr. Christmas for free, yes please. So anyway, this, I want to say I had it listed for either $60 or $65, but I did take an offer of $45 because again it was free, and I knew the shipping was going to be a little bit of a bear, even though that one wasn't going overseas. All right, so as teachers, we are forever getting gifts, and Karen always gets Beauty Counter given to her, and she doesn't use the product, so we are only happy to flip those suckers on eBay, and they all really have a great sell-through rate. So this Beauty Counter Glow First Serum, I don't know what a serum is. It's something for your face. It was brand new in the box, 0 cost of goods, and it sold on an offer of $38. Okay, the next several items that I'm going to talk about are all the vintage perfumes that I sold. In a very recent thrift haul, I went to an estate sale where everything was really, really pricey, but she sold me this bag of vintage perfumes for $3. And when I say bag, I mean there were like 30 perfumes, and a lot of them were still new and in the box. That brings me to another issue. I've been seeing some chatter in the Facebook forums, and a couple of people have commented on some of my videos that eBay is cracking down on selling pre-owned perfume. So please let me know in the comments if you know anything about this. I did see one person say that they had been suspended for 3 days on eBay, but my understanding was that you could sell pre-owned vintage perfumes, that was acceptable to sell under collectibles, and that's what I've been doing. And I don't want to do anything that's against the rules, but I'm really not sure. So please let me know in the comments if you know anything about that. Regardless of that, all of these perfumes were not pre-owned. They were all new and in the back package, but they were teeny tiny. They were all minis. So the first 2 to sell were the same. I had 2 of the same, and they were Fahrenheit by Christian Dior. Both of them were 0.34 ounces. In total, I paid 15 cents each for them, and each of them sold for $10. One sold on eBay and one sold on Mercari. I sold this lot of 2 bottles of L'air du Temps. One measured 1/3 ounce and the other one measured 0.2 ounces. So in total, I'm in 30 cents, 15 cents a piece. And the 2 of them went in a lot for $16. Next is this Oscar de la Renta Volupte, and you'll see that it's sold on Mercari for $22. However, that was also a bundle. So somebody had added in a bottle of Magie Noir that I had for sale, and the Magie Noir was probably about 40% full, going off of my memory, but it was less than half full. And so they bought the 2 of them together for $22. Next is this Mary Kay Bella Ballara, and it is a sample size. I didn't write down the size of it, but it was probably like 1/4 of an ounce or so. Paid 15 cents for it, and it sold for $8. This vintage Ralph Lauren perfume is in a size 3.5 milliliters, 15 cents, and it sold for $28. If you find Ralph Lauren perfume, snatch it up and run. It sells so well and it sells so high. I mean, case in point, look at that. $28 for a mini? Unbelievable. It blew my mind. I could not believe how high they were all going. I was totally not familiar with this perfume at all, but this is Estee Lauder Private Collection. This was 0.07 ounces, and it sold for $38. Unbelievable, blew my mind. I couldn't believe it when I was looking up the comps. Insane. Okay, so I had a bunch of Givenchy little minis that did not have their box, and so I lotted all 4 of them up together. They were extravagance. It's just extravagance broken up into 2 words. Isatis, Organza, and Amarige. And they were all 4 milliliters each, so that's a total of 60 cents. All 4 of them together sold for $22. Next, I sold this Tresor. I know I'm murdering these French names, but I'm really not bougie at all, so I don't know how to pronounce them. It is by Lancome. It is from 1990, and it's a size 0.25 ounce. Paid 15 cents, and it sold for $22. And then the last one, or the most recent one to sell, is this Cassini by Ole Cassini, and it is 0.125 ounces, and it sold for $8. So, and several of these have been selling on Poshmark, which is really interesting because I don't typically list my perfumes on Poshmark, but I was cross-posting and I was like, oh, let me just give it a stab. And so I listed some of the higher priced ones, and they've been selling pretty decently, so go figure. But really, really happy with that pickup. So in total, having spent only $3 on the whole bag, I still have probably about 8 to 10 more that are still listed. And so far, my profit is $192. That is a great flip, a very, very big surprise to me, but that's okay. Next is this pair of vintage satin Victoria's Secret's pink pajamas. They are in a size small. I grabbed these at an estate sale for only $1, and they sold for $12. These Spanx camo designed leggings or jeggings were in a size extra small. They were not new with tags. They had some wear on them. We only paid $2 for them at a yard sale, and they did sell for $12. And I want to say that was an offer as well. All right, another Harley Davidson shirt has sold, so yay me, I am making bank on these Harley Davidson shirts. So this one is a long sleeved maroon, kind of like a blingy type of shirt. It is in a size extra large. Once again, I paid 50 cents for this shirt, and it sold for $25. I picked up last winter this Patagonia Sherpa vest. It is kind of like a faux fur type of thing, and I really only picked it up because it was in such great shape. I mean, it hardly had any signs of wear on it. It was in a size medium. I paid $5 for it at a yard sale, and it sold for $25. I picked up this linen animal print type of tunic that was brand new with tags in a size extra large, and I grabbed this at a yard sale where the people were just giving everything away. It was last spring, so way back in like March, when yard sales had just first started rolling around, and this lady just wanted it all gone, and she had so many clothes, and they were all in large sizes, and a lot of them were new with tags. She was giving them away like 3 pieces for $1, so I want to say I paid about 50 cents for this tunic, but honest to God, it could have been less, and it sold for $25. These Vince Camuto white patent leather ballet scrunch shoes, they are in a size 7.5, and I grabbed them at an estate sale for either $1 or $2. And I really was on the fence, and the only reason I grabbed them is because ballet scrunch shoes just have such a great sell-through rate for me. And I'm not sorry that I picked them up, because they sold pretty quickly, just within a couple of weeks of having listed them, for $14. And they sold twice because I neglected to take them down off of eBay, and then like a day later they sold again on eBay. So definitely will keep continuing to pick up ballet scrunch shoes. I grabbed this kite strings vest at a yard sale in the spring. It was a church yard sale, and they had a ton of polo in kid sizes, new with the tags, and I've made a killing off of that. He was getting rid of everything for 50 cents to $1 a piece, so I paid 50 cents for this vest. It is in a beautiful red color, so perfect for the Christmas season, in a size 4T, new with tags, and it sold for $15. The last item I have in this what sold video is this pair of Allegria houndstooth clogs. I had gone to an estate sale where this lady had like 4 and 5 pairs of Allegria, and I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Allegria, whatever. Had tons of these clogs, well, not tons, but 4 pair, and they were all in like new condition. I have sold them all for between $25 and $30 a pair, sold them really quickly. They were all gone out the door, and I paid $1 a pair for them. So this pair is no exception. Paid $1 for it, flipped it for 30 bucks. Really excited when I found those shoes. That does not happen very often. Usually I find them at Goodwill, and Goodwill has marked them up. Okay guys, so now for the totals. That is a total of 25 items for which I paid $36.14, making our average cost of goods $1.45 an item. That is an exceptionally low cost of goods for us, and it's really only because of the perfumes, because the perfumes were just so cheap to pick up. We sold all 25 items for a total of $637. And if you take out fees in the amount of $82.81, that leaves us with a profit of $518.05. So not too shabby for a couple of weeks worth of work. All right, guys, that is everything for this What Sold video. If you like thrifting content, please hit subscribe. Please hit the like button. Throw us down a comment below. And I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I will catch you next time. Bye, guys.